Kitty, you can't lay there. Better make sure I'm filming. Happy YouTube Geek Week, my fellow beer drinkers. Unfortunately, I don't think YouTube really considered us beer geeks when they were making their Geek Week programming, but even if we aren't special to YouTube, you are special to me. So I salute you, fellow beer geeks. I've been promising for a couple weeks now to talk about Modern Times beer, and I'm finally going to do that. Modern Times is days away from opening their brewery, but I was lucky enough to get a sneak peek at the tasting room at the Kickstarter backers party a couple weeks ago. Also where I got my lovely t-shirt. They had a very successful Kickstarter campaign. They raised over $65,000 to help start their brewery. I am really excited about this brewery to open and get started, and I really think they're going to be going places. The brewery is starting out with 4 main flagship beers. There's Blazing World, which they call a hoppy dark amber beer. There is also Fortunate Islands, which they consider to be a hoppy citrusy wheat. There is the Black House, which is a coffee toasty stout. And they also have the Lomaland, which is a saison. Get out of my frame. So I've had a chance to try all 4 of these beers, and they are all very good. My favorite by far is Fortunate Islands. Their hoppy citrus wheat. I think it's going to be their bestseller. I think it's the strongest out of the 4, even though they're all good. It's so refreshing and it's so drinkable. I definitely see it becoming almost one of my go-to beers. I mean, right now, a go-to beer for me is pretty much Ballast Point Sculpin, but I see myself drinking a little less Sculpin and maybe getting some Fortunate Islands a little bit more. I think that is really saying something, and they've done a great job with this beer. If the term wheat scares you off, I ask you to reconsider. It definitely has more of almost an IPA flavor profile, I would say, than what you would expect a typical wheat beer to be. It's just super good. I love it. Another cool thing is they have the mad fermentationist kind of interning with them over the summer. He is helping them get their sour program started, and I am super excited about that. I love sour ale. I can never have too many sours, so the more breweries that are starting to do that, the better. I just saw today that they got their canning line in. They said hopefully in about 6 weeks we'll start to see cans on the shelf. I'm really excited. It's going to be sold in 16-ounce cans. The 4 beers I mentioned are all going to be in cans. They're only going to be available in San Diego to start with. Kind of testing the waters, seeing what the demand is like, and then they'll probably send it up along the California coast, and then who knows how long it'll take before it starts getting into markets in other states. If you are planning a trip to San Diego anytime in the near future, I highly suggest you go and check this place out. It's located down in Point Loma. It's actually not that far away from the new Stone Bistro Gardens down in Liberty Station, so you can kind of get a 2-for-1 if you're down in that area. Now, Modern Times' tasting room is a little bit rougher than Stone's fancy Bistro Gardens. It's located by a couple strip clubs and an old sports arena, but this place is definitely going to class that area up a little bit and make it a pretty chill destination spot. I would love to hear if there are any new breweries popping up in your neck of the woods that you're super excited about. If you can think of any, let me know down in the comments, or if you have any questions about Modern Times beer, maybe I'll be able to find it out for you. That's it for this week, fellow beer geeks. Happy drinking, and I'll see you guys again soon. Bye!